Hello class, good evening to all of you. So, I welcome you all again to the next session of this midterm sprint series for grade 9. Okay, so today we will be discussing about the second part of this number system, and all of you might have known that on Monday we did the first part in which we revised the basics up to rationalization in the first part, and today we will be moving ahead with that. Okay, so let us start today's webinar, directly dig deep into the session. Chalo. So the first part I would like to discuss to all of you is that this is the schedule right now. Okay, so at 7 p.m. Abhishek sir's class has been done, that is on electricity for grade 10, and now we have a class, my class, that is number system part 2. Okay, so those who have missed the classes, you can again rewatch the videos and learn and be a midterm topper in your school, right? Okay, so as all of you know, this is the midterm sprint series, the way the flash is running. So that way we have to run to learn our concepts, and that is what should be our speed in learning the concepts. So those who don't know me, those who are here for the first time, my name is Gopal Paliwal. Let me introduce myself. My name is Gopal Paliwal. I am a graduate from IIT Dhanbad, and I have expertise in IMO and NTSC content. Okay, so let us start with your midterm sprint series quickly. So let us discuss the homework. Those who have not seen the video yet of the number system part 1, rewatch the video again. You will see that I have given homework there. Correct. So the first question of the homework was, okay, so let me give you the schedule first. So the schedule of your midterm is 4 chapters we have included in this sprint series, that is number system, coordinate geometry, polynomials and linear equations in 2 variables. And these all the topics we will be covering in coming week. Every week you will be having 2 sessions for mathematics, that is on Monday and Wednesday. Okay, so I will give you each session, I will give you some homework. So that homework you have to comment in that video, and in the next video I will be telling who gave the correct answer. Okay, who are all the students who gave the correct answer. Also, one more thing I have told you, that if you are getting any doubts in these topics, any doubts which you think that sir it is a very difficult part, can you please teach me that thing? So I will be giving you the solution to that part, and also your name will be featured in the next video saying that this doubt was asked by this student. Okay, so the homework question, the first homework question was this, that simplify by rationalizing the denominator, which is 10 upon 5 root 3 minus 3 root 5. Correct? So as I have told you always, that whenever you are doing this rationalization, remember one thing bachcho, whenever you are doing rationalization, remember one thing, that we always rationalize the denominator, and there will be a form of a plus b or a minus b. If there is a form of a plus b, multiply and divide numerator and denominator by a minus b and a minus b, and if there is a form of a minus b in denominator, multiply and divide with a plus b. So here you can see this is suppose a, this is b, so I have a form of a minus b. So what I will be doing here, I will say sir 10 upon 5 root 3 minus 3 root 5. So a minus b I have, so I will be saying sir into 5 root 3 plus 3 root 5 divided by 5 root 3 plus 3 root 5. Correct? This is the simple part. Just identify by what you have to multiply. If a minus b is given, multiply and divide with a plus b. Now we know this part is a minus b into a plus b. So a minus b into a plus b is what? A square minus b square. So here you got 10 into 5 root 3 plus 3 root 5 divided by a minus b into a plus b is a square minus b square, that is 5 root 3 whole square minus 3 root 5 whole square. Now how to solve this 5 root 3 whole square? 5 root 3 whole square means 5 root 3 into 5 root 3. Correct? 5 into 5 will be your 25, and root 3 into root 3 will be 3, that is your 75. So this will become 10 into 5 root 3 plus 3 root 5 divided by 5 root 3 whole square is 75 minus 3 root 5. So root 5 into root 5 is 5, and 3 into 3 is 9. So 9 into 5 is 45. On the same method, we will be getting this as 45. Correct? So now let us solve this further. So this step, next step I'm writing here, we got 10 into 5 root 3 plus 3 root 5 whole divided by 75 minus 45 is 30. Now as you can see that I can do the cancellation here. This is 10 ones are, this is 10 threes are. So we have got 5 root 3 plus 3 root 5 whole divided by 3. Whole divided by 3. So this is the solution. This is the correct solution which we will be getting. Okay, and I hope all of you have got it. I have gone through the comments and I saw some of the students. I will just discuss the mistakes with you as well. Some of you, what you did, you multiplied here with 5 root 3 minus 3 root 5 only, and as you remember that, sir, this will be the a square minus b square, but you have to remember this thing, kids. If it is a minus b, multiply with a plus b. So in numerator also you will be getting 5 root 3 plus 3 root 5. Someone told me, so it is 5 root 3 minus 3 root 5 divided by 3. So although he did the steps correct, but since the first step is wrong, everything will be considered wrong. The another part which I got is, many of you, what you did, you multiply this 10, you can do that, no problem in that, but then you added 5 root 3 and 3 root 5. Remember this in class, two irrational numbers of different base, you cannot add root 3 and root 5. I cannot add them. I can't. Simply, I can't add them. Why? Because root 3 is some other 1.732 something else, and 5 is what 2.34 something else. So I cannot add those numbers because they will be non-terminating, non-repeating. So I don't know from where to start. So remember, they act like, in addition and subtraction, they act like variables. As you know that you can add 2x plus x, you can say 3x. Correct? Or you know that 2x minus x, you can say is x. But you cannot add x plus y further. We cannot add this further. That will be the final form. Similarly, you cannot add these two because the different irrational numbers are there. Because of the different irrational numbers. So this will be kept in this way only. Remember, you can add root 2 and suppose plus 2 root 2. Since here root 2 part is same. So if you take root 2 common, you will get 1 plus 2. So root 2 plus 2 root 2 is 3 root 2. So remember, the addition of irrational numbers or subtraction of irrational number follows the property of that variable. The same way we add and subtract the variable, similarly you have to add here. Okay, now, so I've got the correct answer from one student, Shweta Anirudh. So she gave me the correct answer for the first homework question, and here you have the claps for her for giving the correct answer right. So congratulations, beta. I hope you will be doing well in all the other parts, but your second answer was wrong. That is why I have not featured the second answer. Okay, chalo, let's move on to the next part. So the next question was 18 upon 120. You have to write its decimal form. So how do we do it? Simple, yaar. 18 upon 120 they have asked. Now we know, sir, rather than dividing 18 by 120, let's just simplify it first. So when I start simplifying it, I will say, sir, this will be 6 threes are, and this will be 6 20s are, 3 by 20. So I have got 3 by 20. Now, can I simplify it further? No. So let us divide it. So I will say, okay, sir, 3 has to be divided by 20. Correct. What to do? Can I divide 3 by 20? No. So 0 point. Now 0 can be here. 20 ones are 20. Correct. Then what is the remainder? 10. Now, since I have added already the decimal, I can add one more 0, and you will say 25s are 100. So 0.15 is the decimal form. Also, you can do it by one more method, that you can say, or not method, same part only, 3 by 2 into 10. 20 you can write as 2 into 10. So now you will be getting 3 by 2, I know, is 1.5 divided by 10, that is, shift the decimal to one more of left place, so you will be getting 0.15. So by both the ways you will get the same answer. Anyway, you can do it. And now let us see who are the rock stars who gave me the correct answer for this question. And I have got the correct answers from two students, Saksham and Prayas. So very good, beta. Very good. Keep doing this good work, and you will get good results in your midterm. You'll be a topper soon. Okay, so these are the claps from Caprio itself. Okay, so they are praising your hard work. So do comment, do give me your answers for your homework question, and I would be happy to post. I just don't want 2 or 3 names. I want thousands of names here so that I can say that my students are doing all well. Okay, chalo, let's move to today's session. So today's session we will be starting. But before that, let's put our thinking caps on. Okay, the guy, he's using the mathematics that way. So let's put our thinking caps on and let's dig deep into this feature. So the first part we will be discussing is that is the revision part which I have done. Okay, for the rationalization part, for the revision I have put it here, but I think all of you will be very clear about it. Okay, so let us put it as a homework question for your revision, because I couldn't get more correct answers, so I hope this time I'll be getting more correct answers. So this will be your first homework question, because rationalization is one of the most important topic in this chapter. That is why one more homework question for you. In this part only, you have to tell me what will be the final answer. What will be the final answer? So this is the one homework question, and there will be one more homework question. So total 2 homework questions. Post your answers for both the homework questions in the comment box, and your name will be featured in the next Vedantu video. Okay, so now let's move ahead now. And we have, today we'll be studying about laws of exponents. Okay, so these are the basic formulas which all of you know, that if suppose a number raised to the power m into a number raised to the power n becomes a raised to the power m plus n, that is the formula. You can say, suppose 2 raised to the power 3 or 2 cube into 2 raised to the power 4. So you can add both the numbers, you can add both, and you will be getting your answer as 2 raised to the power 7. Correct? Now the second part is a raised to the power m raised to the power n. Okay, whatever is a raised to the power, that bracket raised to the power n. So here what you will do, multiply m and n. That means if I say 2 cubes raised to the power 4, so this will become 2 raised to the power 3 into 4, that is 2 raised to the power 12. So these are the second identity. Third is ab raised to the power n. So in multiplication I can split the power, so it will become a raised to the power n into b raised to the power n. Then if I have in division also, I can split the powers, a by b raised to the power n, then a raised to the power n upon b raised to the power n. Then I have in division. See, here you have seen that when I multiply two numbers with the powers, you are adding them. So we know that multiplication and division, they are the opposite operation to each other, correct? So in multiplication, when the powers get added, in division the powers will be subtracted. So a raised to the power m divided by a raised to the power n is a raised to the power m minus n. Correct? And if I have suppose a raised to the power m and a raised to the power n, one more way of writing is 1 by a raised to the power n minus m. I will explain it to you what does it mean. Before that, let us understand some more part. Any number, suppose power raised to the power 0, any non-zero number, okay, any non-zero number, that means except 0, any non-zero number raised to the power 0 will always be equal to 1. Okay? Anything raised to the power 0 is 1. Remember this thing. Anything raised to the power 0 is 1. Now, let's go for the next part. If suppose a number's power is negative, suppose if I write 2 raised to the power minus 1. So negative indicates, what does this negative indicates? This negative in power indicates, remember the saying, reciprocal. Negative in power indicates reciprocal. First concept. If you are having in power something negative, that means you can reciprocate and remove the power. That means this 2 raised to the power minus 1, I can write it as, do the reciprocal of 2, you will be getting 1 by 2 raised to the power 1, that is 1 by 2 only. Suppose if I give you, let us say that 3 by 5 raised to the power minus 2. So how to get rid of this minus? Just reciprocate the number on which the power you have placed. So 3 by 5 will become 5 by 3, and now the power will be written but without negative sign. As simple as that. So the main use of negative in powers is, the negative tells you that the number is in reciprocal. The actual number is in reciprocal. If I put any number, suppose 5 raised to the power minus 3, it means 5 raised to the power minus 3 means do the reciprocal of 5, so you'll get 1 by 5, it's raised to the power 3. So negative says reciprocate that part. Now this is the negative sign. The next type of power is, suppose the fractional power. Suppose if I write, say 5 raised to the power half. Let me just remove this part so that all of you, I think, would have understood this part by now. So 5 raised to the power, suppose if I ask you half. Now remember this thing, bachcho, that the power in denominator, this is 1 by 2, right? This is what? 1 by 2. So 5 raised to the power half, if I ask, it means under root of 5. Remember, if I ask you suppose 6 raised to the power 1 by 3. It means root of 6. No, bachcho. The power here is what? 1 by 3. So cube root of 6. Cube root of 6. That means power 1 by, in power 1 by n means that numbers nth root. That numbers nth root. That numbers nth root. That means, suppose if I give you that, let us say 7 raised to the power 1 by 5, that means fifth root of 7. Fifth root of 7. That means what? Fifth root of 7. So now what we got to know, okay sir, we understood this part, that 1 by n indicates that root, nth root of that number. Suppose now we got a power like, let us say 2 raised to the power 3 by 2. 2 raised to the power 3 by 2. Now, sir, it is 3 by 2. Now what to do? Sir, it is 2 cube or 2 raised to the power under root or something, combination of both. So now let us understand the steps. We will be using first this part. We know that a raised to the power m raised to the power n means a raised to the power m into n. Just focus on this part, okay? M into n. So I can also say, sir, a raised to the power m into n means a raised to the power m raised to the power n. Yes, definitely you can say that. So what I will say, that sir, it means this I can write as 2 raised to the power 3 into 1 by 2. Yes or no, sir? Yes, you can write. 3 into 1 by 2 is what? 3 by 2. So here you can see a raised to the power m into n is a raised to the power m into n. So this will be written as a raised to the power m raised to the power n. So I can write this as 2 raised to the power 3 raised to the power half. So what you will be getting? 2 raised to the power 3, 2 cube, 2, 4, 8. 8 raised to the power half. That means under root 2. Correct? Very easy. Right? Now some of you will ask me, sir, what if I will write it as 2 raised to the power, sir, you are telling 3 by 2, na? So I will write it as 1 by 2 into 3. Is there any difference? I will say no. So then, sir, will we get the same answer? Let us check. So 1 by 2 into 3 I will write now. Correct? 2 raised to the power 1 by 2 into 3. So let us do the same thing. Now we will say, sir, 2 raised to the power half raised to the power 3. What is 2 raised to the power half, bacho? 2 raised to the power half is under root 2. Correct? So you will be getting under root 2's cube, and under root 2 cube. What is that? Under root 2 into under root 2. Acha, here I have to write 8 raised to the power half, the under root 8. So under root 2 into under root 2 into under root 2, which is what? Also you can say under root 8. So both the ways you are getting the same answer. Both the ways you will get the same answer. Okay? So this is how you split the power. Split numerator and denominator. The denominator part will be putting the nth root and numerator part will be the power on that number. So in this ways you can split any number, you can get your desired result. So this is the theory. This is the theory part which you should remember, and I hope since you are doing the revision, all of you must be aware of it. Chalo, now let's move to the next part. Let's move to the favorite part of our, which is what? Problem solving, right? So let us move to that part. So the first question is fourth root of 125 by 64. Now remember, if there is suppose fourth root, you know that if I have to find out square root by prime factorization, so you will do the prime factorization and then you will make pairs of 2. If you have to find out cube root by prime factorization, you will make pairs of 3. Similarly, if you find out the fourth root, prime factorization of the fourth root, okay, so what you will do? Prime factorize that number and now get them out in a pair of 4. Get them out in a pair of 4. Get them out in pair of 4. If the root is suppose fifth root, find the numbers, get them out in the pair of 5. If that is sixth root, get them out in the pair of 6. Okay. So this also I will tell you by 2 methods. Don't worry about it. Okay. Or we can do it simplify also. Let us tell by that part also. So this fourth root means 125 by 64. 125 by 64, and bacho, tell me what should be the power here. Tell me in the comments, tell me what should be the power here. 125 by 64 raised to the power what? 125 by 64 here you can see is fourth root. So if nth root means 1 by n, so similarly the power here will be 1 by 4. Correct? Now let us see what is 125. 125, if you will prime factorize, you will get it is 5 into 5 into 5. Correct? It is what? 5 into 5 into 5. 125 is 5 into 5 into 5. And what is 64? 64 is 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. And into 2 one more time. Correct? Yes. So this is your 64. Now let us see what we are getting. So we will be getting here, sir, this is 5 raised to the power 3 upon 2 raised to the power 6 raised to the power 1 by 4. Raised to the power 1 by 4. And I have told you that you can distribute the power in multiplication and division, but you cannot distribute the power in addition and subtraction. Correct? So I can distribute this power to both. So this will be nothing but 5 raised to the power 3 raised to the power 1 by 4 upon 2 raised to the power 6 raised to the power 1 by 4. Correct? Now this is what formula? A raised to the power m raised to the power n. That means a raised to the power m into n. So this will become 5 raised to the power 3 into 1 by 4 divided by 2 raised to the power 6 into 1 by 4. So what you will be getting? 5 raised to the power 3 by 4 divided by 2 raised to the power 6 by 4. 6 by 4 I can simplify as 3 by 2. Correct? So this will be your answer. As simple as that. Right? As simple as that. So this will be your final answer. 5 raised to the power 3 by 4 divided by 2 raised to the power 3 by 2. Now here you cannot do, sir, a raised to the power m upon a raised to the power n. So a raised to the power m minus n. We cannot do that. Why we cannot do that? Because the base are different. You can see the numbers are different. You can see that the numbers are different. You can see that the numbers are different. That is why we cannot add, subtract, or we cannot do anything after that part. Okay, so this will be your final answer. Chalo. Now, so, acha, here I have to discuss this thing, na? So, what is this? A raised to the power m minus n. Okay, you are telling me that, sir, a raised to the power m upon a raised to the power n is what? A raised to the power m minus n. And I have told you the reciprocal will give us the negative power. So if I reciprocate this a, I will say, sir, if I want to do 1 by a, so this power has to be negative. Suppose if I will say, let us say that 2 raised to the power 3. So if I reciprocate 2, I will say 1 by 2. So this power also have to make negative, so that this negative will tell us that reciprocate 1 by 2. So 1 by 2's reciprocal will become 2, and 2 raised to the power 3 you will get. Correct? Be learning. Think what we are doing here. 2 will become 1 by 2. So if you are reciprocating the number, the power has to be negative. Remember, whatever operation, if the reciprocal operation you are doing on the number, negative operation you have to do on the power. Similarly, here if I am doing reciprocal of a, that is 1 by a, I have to do negative of this power. Correct? So that means you will get 1 by a. Now open the bracket, minus m plus n. So that is minus m plus n. And another way of writing is what? 1 by a raised to the power n minus m. So as simple as that. If power of a is 1 m minus n, so that will be 1 by a's power of n minus n. Okay, and you will be thinking, sir, it is power of nahi. Bachcho, 1 ki power anything is what? 1 only. Power of any 1 you raise to any power, that number will remain 1 only. So it will, if I distribute this further, you will get 1 upon a raised to the power n minus m. So remember this thing, bachcho, that a raised to the power m minus n is equal to 1 by a raised to the power n minus n. We have just done the reciprocal of that power, so negative of that power has been done. Okay, chalo. So now let's move on to the next question, which we have is this. Simplify this part. 2 raised to the power 1 by 3 divided by 2 raised to the power half whole raised to the power 6. So the first operation I can do here is, sir, here you can do one thing. What you can do? Sir, first question, suppose 2 raised to the power 1 by 3 upon 2 raised to the power 1 by 2. So this is the form of a raised to the power m upon a raised to the power n, and a raised to the power m upon a raised to the power n becomes a raised to the power m minus n. So this first part we will be getting 2 raised to the power 1 by 3 minus 1 by 2 whole raised to the power 6. Which identity I have used here? I have used here a raised to the power m upon a raised to the power n is a raised to the power m minus n. Now let us subtract 1 by 3 and minus 1 by 2. So you will take the LCM, 3 into 2, you will get 6. So you will get 2 minus 3 by 6, which is minus 1 by 6. So what you got? 2 raised to the power minus 1 by 6 whole raised to the power 6. Yes or no? Correct. Now I know a raised to the power m raised to the power n is a raised to the power m into n. So this will become 2 raised to the power minus 1 by 6 into 6. So this 6 to 6 will get cancelled. You will be getting 2 raised to the power minus 1. And bachcho, what is 2 raised to the power minus 1? 2 raised to the power minus 1 is 1 by 2. So the correct answer is 1 by 2. So see, this complicated part which you saw here is very easy and the answer is 1 by 2. Let's solve the next part. Let's solve the next part. Okay, this is the solution for the first one. Let's solve the next part. 48 raised to the power 1 by 4 into 75 raised to the power 1 by 2. 48 raised to the power 1 by 4 into 75 raised to the power 1 by 2. Now let's do one thing. Since it is the fourth root of 48, let us simplify it further. Let us simplify that further. So fourth root of 48, how will I solve it? So fourth root of 48, let us prime factorize 48. So you will be getting prime factorization of 48 is 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 3. Yes. Now since it is fourth root, these 4 2's, I can make them a pair and get outside the fourth root. So this will become 2 into fourth root of 3. So this will become 2 into 3 raised to the power 1 by 4. Under root 48 I have simplified as 2 into, sorry, not under root, fourth root of 48 I have simplified as 2 into 3 raised to the power 1 by 4. Similarly, let us solve that part also, 75 raised to the power half. So 75 raised to the power half, I can write it as, so what is the prime factorization of 7? And root half means what? Under root only, square root. So 75 prime factorization is 5 into 5 into 3. 5 into 5 will be coming outside this square root. So you'll be getting 5 root of 3. That means 5 into 3 raised to the power half. Now the magic here is, if you will see, 3's power something, 3's power something, I can simplify it further. So that is what you have to think. If the larger numbers are there, focus on how to simplify that part. 2, 3, 5, they are your prime factors, they are your prime numbers. They cannot be simplified further. But for others, try to simplify them and see whether you can see a pattern here, and definitely you can get a pattern here clearly. See, since the base were not equal at this point, 48 and 75, but when we simplified it, I got the base as 3 common. Now, I'm erasing this part of the solution class. Now, let us simplify this. Okay, so this became for us 2 into 3 raised to the power 1 by 4 into 5 into 3 raised to the power 1 by 2. Arey, pen changed automatically. Chalo, let's keep it as blue only. Right, so what it became? 2 into 3 raised to the power 1 by 4 into 5 into 3 raised to the power 1 by 2. 2 and 5 I can multiply and I will be getting 10 into, this is 3 raised to the power 1 by 4 into 3 raised to the power 1 by 2. As all of you can see, a raised to the power m into a raised to the power n is a raised to the power m plus n. So you will be getting that as 10 into 3 raised to the power 1 by 4 plus 1 by 2. And 1 by 4 plus 1 by 2 is 3 by 4. So this will become 10 raised to the 10 into 3 raised to the power 3 by 4. Okay, so this is the final answer for you. Got it? So this is how you simplify these questions. These questions are a bit tricky because you cannot see the common base here. But when you simplify them, then you will find out your common base. Okay, so I hope all of you understood this thing. And let's move on to the next question. Next question is express in its simplest form. Express in its simplest form. So this is 5 into, see, if I write 5 here na bachon, if I write 5 here, that means, if suppose 5 is written here, it means the fifth root. but since 5 is written outside, that means 5 is in multiplication. So this is 5 under root of 288. It's very easy. If we have solved that problem, this is very easy, right? So root 288, if we do the prime factorization, you will get 5 into square root of 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. Let us check whether it is correct. Yeah, correct, right? So now let us take the pairs out. Let us make the pairs out. So this will come out as one pair. This will also come out as one pair. Again, the pen color changed. This will also come out as one pair. And then will this 2 make any pair? No, sir, 2 will not make any pair. And this 3 will come out as one pair. Okay, chalo. So these 3 pairs will come out. So you will be getting 5 into this one pair will give you 1, 2. This one pair will give you 1, 2. This one pair will give you 1, 3. And inside under root, we have only now this 2. Okay, so what you got? 5 to 10 to 20, and then 20 into 3, 60. So you got 60 root 2. 60 root 2, as simple as that. Also you can do by that method also, that this will become 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, total 5. So 2 raised to the power 5 into 3 square raised to the power half to 2 raised to the power 5 by 2, 3 raised to the power 2 by 2. So 3 raised to the power 2 by 2 will become 3. 2 raised to the power 5 by 2 will become 2 raised to the power 2.5. So 2 2's outside and 1 2 inside under root. So 60 root 2 will be your final answer. Okay, anyway you can solve, your answer will remain same. So whatever you find comfortable, you can do with it, but this is the simplest method. I'm telling you, this is the simplest method to solve. Let's move on to the next part. Okay, under root 80. Let us again do the prime factorization, right? Let us do the prime factorization. So under root 80 will be written as 2 into 2. Let me change the pen of the color because it is red, blue always, right? So let me change the color of this pen to blue as always. So what we are getting? We are getting 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 5. Okay, now what is this? This is square root. So take them out in the pair of 2. One pair. Second pair, 5 will not make any pair. So from this one pair, 1, 2. From this one pair, 1, 2 into 5 inside under root. So what you got? 4 root 5. As simple as that. 3 root 72. Let us solve 3 root 72. Let us solve 3 root 72. Okay, let us solve 3 root 72. 3 root 72, how will I solve? 3 root 72. Let us prime factorize root 72. So we will get 3 into root 72 will become 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. Correct? Yes. Right? Now we have to take them out in a pair of 2. So this is your first pair. This is your second pair. This 2 will be left alone. So you will be getting 3 was already out there. 1, 2 from this pair. 1, 3 from this pair. And this under root 2 inside. So what you'll be getting? 18 root 2. As simple as that. 3 root 72 is 18 root 2. So these questions are very easy. Just remember the formulas and try to use the applications of that. Okay, so I hope these questions, if you will practice, I'm telling you, you will not get a much difficult problem than these type of questions which we have done in this session. I'm telling you clearly, you will not get a difficult question compared to the questions which I'm solving here. So if you are done with this part, that means you are done with the chapter, and go ahead with full confidence, right? Chalo. So let's move on to the next question. The next question we have is this. Simplify 4 root 3 minus 3 root 12 plus 2 root 75. As I have told you already, that the irrational numbers addition and subtraction act like variables. We can add x and 2x, we can add 5x square and 3x square, but we cannot add different variables. We cannot add unlike terms. We can add only like terms. Similarly, in irrational numbers addition, we can add the same irrational number only. That means if I have root 3 only, I can add it with other root 3's only. No matter what is the coefficient ahead, what is the number ahead in the multiplication, that doesn't matter. That will act as the coefficient of the variable. But 4 root 3 I can add with 5 root 3. But I cannot add 4 root 3 with 5 root 2 because different irrational base are there. Correct? So you will say, sir, then to root 3, root 12 and root 75. So definitely we will not be solving it together. Okay, we cannot solve it further. But bachcho, these are not the simplest form. That is the trick. These are not the simplest form. So we have to first find out their simplest form, correct? So this will be written as 4 root 3. Chalo, let me tell you the simplest form of this separately. So 3 root 12, let us find it out. This will become 3 into root 12 is what? 2 into 2 into 3, and as you will see the magic, this 2 will come out as a pair, so you'll get 3 into 2 into root 3, so you are getting 6 root 3. So your 3 root 12 became 6 root 3, correct? Now let's move to the next part. 2 root 75, again prime factorization root 75, correct? So what you'll be getting, 2 into root 75 will become 3 into 5 into 5. As you can see, this 5 will make one pair, so you will be getting 2 into 5 into root 3, that is 10 root 3, correct? So now the magic is, see, root 3, root 3, root 3. So the things which we cannot see with the naked eyes, we can see after simplifying it, correct? Na? So this is what we have done. Now let us place the values. So this will become minus of 6 root 3, then plus of 10 root 3. Add the positive ones. 4 minus 6 root 3, you can say is minus 2 root 3. Minus 2 root 3 plus 10 root 3 is 8 root 3. That is your final answer. So always, whenever these kind of sums are there, first see whether they are in their simplest form or not. If they are not there, whenever you will be converting them to simplest form, in the end you will be able to add them, as you have seen. This is a very good question, okay? And I hope all of you have remembered this part, how to simplify it, okay? So let's move on to the next question now. So the next question is this. 2, now here see, cube root. Here we have got cube root. So in what pair I will take the numbers outside of that cube root? In square root I have told you, you will make pair of 2. In cube root you will make pair of 3. In fourth root you will make pair of 4. In fifth root you will make pair of 5. So let us simplify then these parts. So we have 2 into cube root of 4. Cube root of 4. Okay, chalo, let us solve this. So this will become 2 into cube root of 4. So cube root of 4, bacho, if I try to solve also, this is what? Cube root of 2 into 2, correct? Now 2 into 2, I don't have pair of 3, so I cannot take anything outside. That means this itself is the simplest form. 2 cube root of 4 is the simplest form. Let us go for the next part. 7 cube root of 32. So this will become 7 into cube root of 32. So 32's prime factorization are 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, correct? Now cube root, so I will make pair of 3. So this is one pair which I can take outside the cube root. So this will become 7 into 2, and inside the cube root 2 into 2 is left. So 2 into 2 will give you 4. So cube root of 4. So again see the magic. 14 cube root of 4. Do you see the magic? Do you see the magic? They are trying to create cube root of 4 so that we can add them at the end. Let us see this part. Cube root of 500. Cube root of 500. Okay, so cube root of 500 will be for us. Let us prime factorize 500. Cube root of 500. So you will be getting this as 2 into 2 into 5 into 5 into 5. This is the prime factorization. If you are not able to do it quickly, you can do in your paper, right? So I am just doing it here. So again you can see one pair of 3 of 5 I can create, but this I cannot make a pair, so I will say 5 cube root of 4. Now the magic is visible to all of you. This 2 cube root of 4, 5 cube root of 4 and 14 cube root of 4. Now let us place the values. So this became 2 cube root of 4 plus 14 cube root of 4 plus 5 cube root of 4. Not plus here, sorry, here it is minus 5 cube root of 4. So do it quickly. 2 plus 14 will become 16. 2 plus 14 will become 16, right? 2 plus 14 will become 16. So 16 cube root of 4 minus 5 cube root of 5. So 16 minus 5 cube root of 4. 16 cube root of 4 minus 5 cube root of 4. So you will be getting 11 cube root of 4. 11 cube root of 4. So this is the final answer which you are getting. This is the final answer. 11 cube root of 4. This is cube. I know my handwriting sometimes is very bad. Okay, so this is your final answer, 11 cube root of 4. Again, I have told you the simple funda, the simple logic, the simple tarika, the simple method, everything for these kind of questions is what? Ki bachcho, simplify that part. Simplify that irrational number in its simplest form and you will see they will create a same base. 4 cube root of 4 cube root of 4. Correct? So this is the simple funda about it. Chalo, let's move to the next question. The next question is this. Examine whether the following numbers are rational or irrational. Simple thing is, inside under root, if you have suppose or square root, any number which we cannot take it outside of this root, that will be an irrational number. Suppose root 4. Okay, if I suppose I cannot say that a number inside square root, if we have a number inside square root, that will be irrational number, that will be wrong. Why? I can say, sir, root 2 is irrational. Yes, sir, correct. Root 2 is irrational. Correct? Root 3, yes, sir, root 3 is also irrational. Root 4, no. Root 4 can be written as 2. Why it is happening here? So it is what? It is rational. So what do we learn from here? That inside square root, we should not have a perfect square. Any other number. Inside cube root, we should not have a perfect cube. Okay, so the perfect power should not exist. That means when we prime factorize that, we should not be able to make complete pairs and send everything outside the square root. Something must be left inside this root. Something must be left. So we don't want, in case of square root, we don't want a perfect square inside the square root. We don't want a perfect square inside the square root. If there is a perfect square inside the square root, that will be a rational number. Otherwise, any other number which is not a perfect square inside square root will be irrational. Chalo. Let us move ahead. So let's solve this part. So as all of you know that I can use a plus b whole square here. So a plus b whole square will tell me, sir, a square plus b square plus 2ab. So what you got? 5 square is 25 plus root 2 square is 2 plus 2 into 5 10 root 2. I can add these two numbers. So I will get 27 plus 10 root 2. Now you cannot add these two because root 2 base irrational numbers can be added with root 2 only. So I cannot add these two. Now I know that, sir, in this number, this is what? Sorry, this is what? Rational. 27 is a rational number. And this is irrational. This is irrational. So at the end my number will be what? Irrational. Because if a number inside the square root is present, that means it is an irrational unless it is a perfect square. So 2 is not a perfect square. So this is a irrational number. Correct? So if the whole part in an addition, if any one number is irrational, the whole number will become irrational. So we will say this is what? Irrational. This number is irrational. Now let us look at this part. Okay, it doesn't mean, sir, here it is irrational, na? So that is why in the answer also it is irrational. This myth also we busted. Why? Let's solve this part. 5 minus root 5 into 5 plus root 5. What is that? A minus b into a plus b. A minus b into a plus b is a square minus b square. So let us say this is my a, this is my b. So I will be getting 5 square minus root 5 square. So what you got? 25 minus 5, which is 20. And my answer is what? Rational. Okay, so always simplify them first and then think how it will be solved and whether it is an irrational number or a rational number. Understood? So simplification you have to do whenever you are not able to suppose that sir, how to solve this question. First thing comes to your mind is what? Try to simplify. Try to simplify. Okay, and these things by now you should be able to notice, a minus b into a plus b, a plus b whole square, right? So these things should come to your mind right now. Chalo. So let's move to the next question. Let's move to the next question. The next question is this. Which is greater? Out of these two, which is greater? Now see, the first part you can easily tell me that, sir, root 3 and 4 root 10, obviously 4 root 10 is greater. Root 3 is less than 2 and this is 4 times of something, so obviously more. Correct? But here it will be a bit difficult. Root 6, root 8. Okay. So what we want to do here, always, since we are talking about these positive numbers, right? When both the numbers are positive, what you will be doing? Square on both the sides. Let us check which one is greater. So if both the numbers are positive, remember here condition I'm telling you is both numbers are positive. Both the numbers are what? Positive. If negative is there, then what you will do? I just want to know in the comment box if negative numbers are there, what you will be doing. Okay, but you can solve it. You have that idea how to solve. Suppose if one is negative, one is positive, then also you can use the same method, but that you have to apply on your own. Think what can be done. So what I will do, if both the numbers are positive, let us say I have a number A and B, and let us say this A is greater than this B. This A, number A is greater than B. So if I do the square, I will say, sir, A square will be greater than B square. Correct? So what is the idea here? That, sir, suppose if A is greater than B, but remember here, both A and B are positive. Okay, forget for the negative part right now. Let's not confuse you. If they will be asking you, they will be asking you for positive, both the positives or both negatives. Okay, but no, they will not introduce negative. Let us forget the negative part. Let's not confuse ourselves. Let us say A and B both, when both are positive, how to compare them. So if A and B both are positive, you will say A greater than B. If A is greater than B, we will say A square will also be greater than B square. A square will also be greater than B square. That means, suppose let us take two numbers 7 and 5. So if 7 is greater than 5, the square of 7, 49 is also greater than square of 5, which is 25. Okay, so this is what I'm trying to tell you. So that means, we don't know which one is greater. So let us square on both the sides. So root 3 square I have done here, and 4 root 10 I have done the square here. Okay, so if A is greater than B, A square is greater than B square. Opposite is also true. If A square is greater than B square, A will be greater than B if both A and B are positive. Okay, so what we are saying, root 3 square, I will say, sir, 3, and 4 root 10 square will be 4 into 4, 16 into 10. That means what? You are getting 160. Out of 160 and 3, which number is greater, bachcho? 160 is greater, the same order will be followed here. Easy peasy, right? Very easy now. So remember, the condition is both the numbers should be positive. If both the numbers are positive, square on both the sides and check wherever number the number square is more, that number's root will also be more. As simple as that. Correct? Chalo, let's solve the next example. Let's solve the next example. So the next example is 5 root 6 and 2 root 8. Chalo, let's do the square. So the squaring of 5 root 6 will give me 5 square is 25 into root 6 square is 6. So 25 6 are 150. And 2 root 8 square. 2 root 8 whole square. So 2 square is 4 into root 8 square is 8, and 8 4s are 32. Again I can say, sir, 150 is greater. That means 5 root 6 is greater. So here we have got this is greater. Here we have got this is greater. Easy. So just remember, bachon, this condition, very important part for all of you to remember, that this part we'll be doing when both A and B are positive. Okay. Negative types and all, let us discuss it further. Let us discuss it later. For now in your syllabus, they'll be talking only about positive numbers. Okay. So this is what in the today's session. I hope all of you have learned everything. Okay. Any doubts, you can contact me as well. I will give you my email ID as well. And before the session ends, all of you know I have a homework for you. First homework I have given you at the starting of the session, which was that rationalization question, because that is very important topic. So I have repeated it one more time. The second homework is this. Find the value of A and B if this part you have to solve. Now, don't be afraid. Don't get afraid by this part. Simplify this and solve. So this is a bit tricky question, okay, but I have given you the hint that simplify this part separately. Okay, the powers just now we have done. This part also I have told you how to do it, and then send me the solution of the values of A and B. The correct answers again will be featured in my next video. Right, so in the next video we will be talking about the polynomials chapter. Also, if you are getting any doubts in number system chapter, you can post it in the comment box, and I will be taking those doubts in the next session. Okay, in the next session I will be taking those doubts. So this is all from my side. So in this part, in this midterm sprint series, that person who is running like flesh there, right? So in this midterm sprint series, we have done number system is over. The next topic I will be talking about polynomials. So you can post your doubts of number system on this video's comment box, and I will feature those doubts. The good doubts will be featured in the next video, right? The good doubts will be featured in the next video. And do not forget to comment the answer of both the questions. The good answers or the correct answers will be featured in my next session, and the first one to answer, his name will definitely be there in my next session. And you want to get the upload from Caprio, right? So do send me your comments, right? So this is our site. You can go visit our website and you can download our app as well. There you will get the schedule of all the sprint series, all the class series, all the masterclass series that we are running at Vedantu. This is the Vedantu's app. Do download this app, because you will get a lots of extra feature, doubt solving part you will be getting, master classes you will be getting, study materials, everything you are getting. So do download that app and you will get a lot of learning material. You won't be needed to buy any other book. That will be sufficing everything, right? And at the end, do like, share and subscribe to this Vedantu channel, and like and share this video, guys, because we want that we should reach to maximum number of students so that we can help you all in your midterm preparations. Okay, and we'll be coming with the future programs also. All of you know it as really well, right? So we'll be coming to benefit you, to help you in your studies in the future on this YouTube session. Okay, so do like, share and subscribe this channel. Press the bell icon, which is very important, so that you will get to know the classes happening. All of you know the midterm sprint season is going on and we are having classes every day for grade 9th and 10th. All of you know the sessions or the schedules has already been shared with you. So do press the bell icon so that you will get the notification, and subscribe to this Vedantu channel, like and share this video class. This is my email ID. You can reach out to me on this email ID, that is gopal.paliwal@vedantu.com. Okay class, so this is all from my side in today's session. I hope all of you enjoyed the session. The session was a bit difficult. I have kept the difficulty level a bit more so that we will be able to solve these questions. Then the midterm questions are like what? A cakewalk for us. Like la 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 la, like cakewalk, right? Correct. So we can do this very easily. So do practice these questions. Rewatch the video, take down of the notes, take the questions, solve them on your own and practice it more, so that until you will get 100% marks in your midterm. And I want all of you to share your marks with me when you got your result. Okay, so bye bye class. This is all from my side. I'll see you soon in the next session on next Monday with polynomials. Till then, bye bye, see you, good night, Shabba Khair.